So you guys got all the layers of the retina? You guys identify every layer on here? Good? What is this right here?
Corticoid.
No.
No, wouldn't that be where the sclera?
No.
That's the sclera?
This is the sclera. It's real fibrous looking. Right? It's the fibrous outermost white portion of the eye in the posterior section. Right? Okay. Alright. So, what is all this brown area right here? Choroid. Right. That's a choroid layer. And this one, for this slide, it's a tapetum lucidum. Which is only, is it found in our eyes?
No.
Only found in like other animals. And what benefit does it provide the animal? Night vision. How does it allow them to see at night?
Reflects all available light within the eyeball.
Okay, it reflects light within the eyeball, but how does it allow them to see at night then? If you're reflecting on it. Right, by reflecting light within the eyeball, you can activate as many photoreceptors as possible. It allows them to see at night.
And what layer is that? The one right above the...
This one? This brown one?
Oh, the brown one.
And the tapetum lucidum in the sheep's eye and other animals' eye is that modified choroid. It's a choroid layer, just modified, right? Alright, so actually you can see this pretty well, but this layer then is what? This is actually pretty thick right there.
Can you break it again?
Yeah.
Well, it can't be back.
So this is the choroid, or the tapetum lucidum. What is this? What's right adjacent to it?
This is the epithelial layer.
This is the pigmented epithelial layer. It doesn't look anything like what it looks like in your book. But it has these pigments, these colorations within here throughout the layer. And it's actually pretty thick on this part. When you look at other parts of the retina, it's almost like you can't make it out. But it's pretty thick right here. Alright, so this is the pigmented epithelium. What is this then, this area? What structures are found here? So these are the heads of the photoreceptors, right? This is the part that distinguishes between like a rod and a cone, right? They're going to look different. That's this area right here. Okay? This is where you have your retinol. Everything is in here, right? In these parts.
That's the head of the photoreceptors?
Yes. Alright. So if this is the heads of the photoreceptors, what is this darkened layer right here?
Can you point to it?
This right here?
Yeah. Thanks.
So the nuclei or the somas of the photoreceptors. Okay. What about then this layer right here, this darkened, kind of thinner purple layer right here? Somas are the nuclei of the bipolar cells, and then what about this up here? These nuclei of the ganglion cells. Alright. You guys got all that down pretty well? Okay. So then what is this layer then? Or what's found here?
Synapse between bipolar ganglion cells.
Yeah.
Right here. Right here. What's found here? What structures are found here? Heads of the bipolar cells?
Can you point to it?
It's the synapse between the bipolar cells and the polar.
Dendrites and axon terminals, but between two different types of cells.
You were right the first time, Jim. Just want to make sure everybody knows what it is. You're just yelling it out too early.
That's the head of the what?
Sorry.
And you're right too. I don't know your name.
Ariel.
Alright, you're right. We covered this, right?
The
So
head.
this area right here is the axon terminals of the photoreceptors and the dendrites of the bipolar cells. Or you can say it the same thing, it's the synapses between the photoreceptors and the bipolar cell. Right? That's where they're connecting. So if that's the synapses between the photoreceptors and the bipolar cells, what's this layer then? Synapses between the bipolar and the ganglion cells. And then above here, it's not actually, there's not, you can't really make it out very well. But above this, above these nuclei, then is what? What structure is found there? Axons of the ganglion cells. Right? Got that? So can you move the slide? Yeah? You? Alright. So a couple of things you can point out here. Alright. So, what is this structure right here? And then this structure extending back behind it.
Torquated sclera.
The optic nerve
Which part?
on that side, the one on the right.
No.
The part hands on that.
I mean, you're right. I just didn't want to give it away. So, this then is what? Okay, so we determined this is the optic nerve. What is this?
This.
Optic disc. How do we know this? Or why can we tell us that?
No photoreceptors.
No photoreceptors, right? It looks different, right? If we compare down here, these were nuclei of photoreceptors, nuclei of bipolar cells, right? In this area, it looks different, right? There's none of that, right? So if there's no photoreceptors there, that must mean it's our blind spot on the optic disc. And this is where all the axons from the ganglion cells come together, congregate, and form the optic nerve.
Where are the photoreceptors on the optic disc? Which I don't see how you differentiate.
Why would you have photoreceptors on your optic disc?
I don't know how to know.
What is the other name for your optic disc?
Blind spot.
Your blind spot. That's why it's called your blind spot, because it has no photoreceptors there.
Okay, so where are the photoreceptors on the optic nerve? Or how do I differentiate between the optic nerve and the optic disc?
The optic disc is merely the place where the optic nerve is entering the eye. Okay. The optic disc is essentially, it's the optic nerve. It's just the area right where it's coming into and attaching to the rest of the retina. Does that make sense? It's like the area right where it's entering the eye. That's the optic
In
disc.
this image, how would I know that's the optic disc and that's the optic disc?
Well, if I were to ask you, like,
Do we have the same slide as you did Saturday, which was a lot more clear?
I guess what she's saying is you would be a mean man if you put this through a test run.
it's not that hard, right?
Are you going to access the structure?
Maybe like what's this like?
Okay, so if I were to say, like, this area right here is called the what? Identify this area right here, identify this structure right here. Does that clarify it? Probably not.
So you would, for the optic disc, you would say area?
Is that?
I think she's just saying her
I think you should
Well,
do
I
it.
figured out between the two.
You can't see either